Hey guys, so before you start this video, I just want to let you guys know that your girl got herself her first brand deal. That's right, I got a brand deal. So go and check out Luxe brand. It's this really cool, I don't even know how to describe it, accessories, clothing, all of the above. It has some pretty nice stuff, and if you use my discount my discount code SAFI, which will be like right here somewhere, you can get yourself 20% off. That's right, 20% off. And you can get some cool stuff like these glasses, which I think are amazing and perfect if you want to get your friends or your family some Christmas gifts, or maybe some late Christmas gifts, or even some birthday gifts. I highly recommend. So check out Luxe brand. Thank you, and let's get on with this video. We're back. I know I take really long breaks in between my Phan Conspiracy videos, but the only reason this one took as long as it did is because I have a ton of new conspiracies to talk about with you, and I hope you're ready. So over the past, how long has it been? A month? Probably more than a month. Whatever, how long it was since the last video, I've been compiling Phan Conspiracy videos, no, theories, and I've been writing them down on my phone in my notes, and just been keeping a track of a ton. So we have a ton of new ones that I'm really excited to talk about, and let's just get into it, because you know how it is. So the first thing I want to talk about is in the collab video that PJ, Dan, and Phil made together, where they played a board game where basically they had to create a scenario, and then the other people would have to make a friend or somebody that you would take with you in that current scenario. So I think PJ picked aliens, and then Phil picked zombie, like that was like their apocalypse or whatever, zombie apocalypse. That was like the scenario they were in, right? Pretty normal. And then there was Dan. And Dan decided to pick how they call it, sexy time. You get the idea. That's what Dan chose to make the scenario, which I was actually really shocked because, like, why?
Dan, what's your scenario?
My scenario is I want to make steamy love to this person.
Oh, wow.
I want as much pleasure as possible.
As much pleasure as possible.
And you could probably guess who won that round. In case you didn't know, it was Phil. My mind was like, I literally had no idea why the heck Dan would choose that for a scenario. Like, I don't even know. And then throughout that entire video, Dan referenced buttholes quite a few times.
And he can kiss his own butthole.
I mean,
a bit embarrassing. They suffer from rectal prolapse.
Oh.
So why do you keep getting the butt ones?
Yeah, you get the butt ones.
What's with the butt quirk?
Attract the butt
If
cards.
there's...
But I don't even know if that had anything to do with Phan. I just thought it was kind of interesting how we just kept bringing up buttholes. Like, again, why? So I was on YouTube as usual, and I was scrolling through some videos. I don't even know why or what I was even doing to get to this video, but I found a clip from one of Phil's live streams, and basically the clip was Phil reading a comment that said, Dan and Phil are so married.
Donna, you, Dan, are so married. Donna, you, Dan, are so married.
Donna, you, Dan, are so married.
Now normally this wouldn't be a big deal, because like, he didn't really react to it. But the thing that really got me was the fact that he even read the comment. Because we all know that if Dan and Phil don't want to read a comment or a message that somebody has sent them, like on YouNow, then they just don't read it. We know that. And if you're wondering why somebody said that, Phil was bringing up a bunch of things that Dan and him were doing or had done or whatever it was. So that's what brought that up. But I thought it was really interesting and kind of mysterious. So Dan and Phil on Dan and Phil Games did a whole Pottermore thing where they found out their Patronus. And if you haven't seen that yet, go watch it. It's on their gaming channel. I'd link it below, but I'm too lazy. Phil, I think it was Phil, was reading a question or something, and it was like, what do you, like, it was some sort of question, but the answers were soft and rough.
Protective of things. I don't want to serve or seek. Right. Rough or smooth? I'm gonna go with smooth. Just Because I don't like the feeling of rough objects, and for no other reason.
rough?
Wow.
Okay.
So a couple of viewers have blah 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 blah. So in my last conspiracy video, I talked about how in Dan and Phil Baking, Dan and Phil were wearing a jumper together, you know, and I mentioned them being shirtless underneath it, and some of you brought to my attention the fact that they had to have gotten changed together to put that on, which bros don't do that. I'm just saying. No, but in all seriousness, I thought it was kind of interesting, and you guys did talk about that a lot, enough for me to bring it up in this video, so shout out to these people who brought it up. Moving on. So Dan and Phil made a video on Phil's channel where they were trying like lunches, like British lunch versus Japanese lunch, I think that's what it was. And there was a part in the video where, of course, Dan fed Phil with the food, you know.
Well done on eating it.
I mean, Phil, I had some Baby Bell and something. Come on, a single bee.
I'm scared.
Come on, you get those strings in your mouth.
Oh no!
I think it's so cute that they share food like that, you know? Like, it's not just like here and then like they try it for themselves. No, it's literally feeding each other, which I think is kind of romantic and kind of cute. I mean, other people could do this too, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying it's kind of fan. Okay, so this next one I find kind of funny and kind of mysterious and interesting because, as you all know from watching Pin-Off 9, but in Pin-Off 9, Phil accidentally said anus. And the look up on his face was so funny, and just look at it.
Anal? Do the next question in the game.
Oh my god, it's so funny because he looks so scared and so like he has the facial expression as if he had accidentally just let out information or almost like exposed something. I just watched the bloopers to Pin-Off 9, which I for some reason forgot that Dan does bloopers on his side channel, and I just watched it. And oh my god. I'm just gonna put in a little montage of clips that just made me have this reaction because there's no other way I can describe this, but I should have mentioned this in my actual video, but oh my god, let's just watch it. I can't even function.
Whisk me, daddy.
No, not this year. I mean, the whisks are over. It's an old meme. It's a bit lopsided, as usual, but I try. Right.
Put your frickin' elbow on the cush then.
Nothing below the belt, no keys, wallets on the floor.
A fun and funeral.
I'll do it.
And who's gonna pay for it?
Wait. Where do you want it?
Nowhere.
Well,
At no time.
this better not be a
Yes.
penis.
No, I mean, what kind of penis do you have if you think I'm drawing a penis right now?
Is that an iPhone in your pocket, or have you got a really weird-shaped tumor?
And hold a pen each and perfectly connect their pointy tips together. I got a bit thrusty there, I didn't mean
Yeah,
to.
that's a really bad question to read out while doing...
So I did a live stream not too long ago and I discussed this a little bit, but I want to discuss it in more detail here. So Dan and Phil played charades on Dan and Phil Games fairly recently, and the only reason they did that was because Dan lost his voice. And you know, that's perfectly reasonable if he were sick, or, you know, like these were all scenarios running through my head. And, you know, his voice was gone completely. Well, not completely, but he sounded like a dying horse, so. But I started to think, like, if Dan was really sick, like, if he was sick, like, 'cause usually when you get sick, you lose your voice sometimes, but if he was actually sick, I don't think he would have wanted to film a Dan and Phil video, because usually if they don't feel well, they just don't film, you know? Because that's happened a couple times. But in this certain scenario, Dan didn't look ill. It's just his voice that was gone. He didn't really look all that time. I mean, Dan always looks tired, but he didn't look tired at it as if he was ill. So my thought process to this was, now disclaimer, it might get a little detailed, but like not too detailed because this is just facts. I'm stating facts. Not that I've experienced this, but it's a thing. For all you little babies watching, just viewer discretion is advised. When one person gives another person a BJ, which I'm not going to explain what that is, you can look it up on your own time. Sometimes the person giving the BJ loses their voice, and my friends make jokes about it all the time because as high schoolers, you gotta come to school even if you're sick. It's just missing a day just is not okay. So when my friends lose their voices, they always make jokes about this. So that's why I know. And also I took health class, and also just teenagers just share a lot of information they shouldn't. But that's just a thing that happens. And I'm not saying for sure that that's what happened, but it's just an idea. Because again, Dan didn't look sick, but his voice was gone. I'm just saying. Now this last thing I want to talk about, I'm so upset because I screenshotted the picture, but I forgot to get the comment in there, which was the most important part of this. But I'll tell you what it said so that you know. But YouTube, I follow YouTube on Instagram, and I think I have their notifications on, and they posted this picture. I'm so mad at myself for this because they had to change the comment because so many people were commenting saying like, please change the comment, that's so rude. And at first I didn't really get it, but then it hit me. So there was a series of photos of different YouTubers, but the main photo, like when you click on the actual post, the first photo you see is of Dan and Phil. And the comment on the bottom said something along the lines of, I think it was in a relationship with ... YouTube or something. It was like that. I'm pretty sure that's what it said. At first I was like, wait, I don't get why people are so upset about this. I mean, I still don't really understand why people were so upset about it, but then I understood like what was kind of throwing them off, and it blew my mind. Cause like, were they giving hints as to Phan being real? That's my question. And it was with a bunch of other YouTubers. They weren't like a couple of YouTubers, but actually I feel like I'm gonna go back and do my research on that. Here, hold on, we're gonna do this right here, right now. I'm gonna look at this photo, and I'm gonna look at the people tagged and see if they're in an actual relationship with anybody. Okay, the first person we're looking at is Forever Flawless. Not like this really matters, I'm just trying to do this for the Phan Conspiracy. I think maybe that's who she's in a relationship with. I could be completely wrong. Okay, Liza is the next photo after that, and we all know Liza's in a relationship with David. I almost just called him Dobrik. Next is Roy. Roy has a girlfriend. He has a girlfriend. Gabby is single, but like she's technically like dating everybody. Love Gabby though. Bethany Moda. So far they're just pictures of herself, which doesn't surprise me. I don't think she's in a relationship with anybody, but that does leave quite a few people that were on the post that it did say in a relationship with ... YouTube. So I find that kind of interesting. Well, anyway, I feel like this video is going on very long, so I'm just gonna end it here. Let me know what you guys think about it. Do you think YouTube is trying to tell us something about Dan and Phil being, or Phan being a thing in general? If so, comment below and let me know. Also, I wanted to let you guys know that I have decided to do a new series on my YouTube channel, kind of like internet support group, but I think it's going to be called Sappy's Advice, and it's basically just, you guys, basically it's the same thing as internet support group that Dan does. Just email me your problems, or if you need advice on anything, the email will be right here. You email me email me on this email, and I will make a video, and hopefully you'll be in it, and I can help you guys solve your life problems. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'm so glad to be back, and now I'm gonna be going again and probably going back on another hiatus before another Phan Conspiracy video comes out. But until then, I will catch you guys on the next train. Bye!